Hello everyone. Today is Monday, and as usual Mondays I'm beginning the week with a video to help you set up your work. The first thing that you have to do is check the course planner of the week and also all the entries in your week 5 contents. If you open the planner, you'll see that this week we will be doing genres in academic writing and basically working with the text by Andrew Lundford and some supplementary material from John Langan. I'm giving you here the pages from Andrew Lundford's Everyone's an Author, pages 116 to 120. Writing a narrative 159, 164, and writing analytically 201, 206. In addition, I'm giving you a separate section from Andrew Lundford by the name of Means of Persuasion. I copied a portion from the text by Lundford and uploaded directly to the contents. I did this because I think it's essential that you read this part in preparation for the analytical essay and also for the argumentative essay. The section, the name of the section is Means of Persuasion, Emotional, Ethical, and Logical Appeals. By the end of the week, we will have the second partial test, and I will explain what this test will be all about. The test will open on Saturday and it will close on Sunday, so you have a couple of days to work on the test. And this is a hands-on test, and I will give you a specific resource in the week explaining what I'm expecting from you during the week and also from the test in particular. You have to submit by the end of the week the third writing assignment, which is the essay that I read with more attention, because in a way it is an essay that encompasses everything that we do here in compositional rhetoric. It requires from you to read rhetorically, to perform text annotation, to read discerningly, looking for meaning in the text sometimes not in an obvious way, and it requires from you to perform a rhetorical analysis, which is basically the heart of our semester. I consider this the most important essay because I know that you always do argumentative essays in other courses, but the rhetorical analysis is kind of the poor cousin here in writing courses, so that's why I pay so much attention to it. If you walk through the contents of this 5th week, you'll see that you have as usual the planner, the learning object, which is my introduction to the readings. You have one separate resource by the name of Writing a Rhetorical Analysis essay, updated from March this year. You have one student essay that I want you to read as an example. You have the separate chapter from Andrew Lundford, Means of Persuasion, from Everyone's an Author, a video on rhetorical analysis where I give you a brief introduction to the genre using Russell Baker's The Processing Process, a text that you already read in your week 2. You have the resource Second Partial Test, a class resource. This is a must read because I'm giving you here the specific details of the test on Saturday and Sunday. And you have one chapter from John Langan's College Writing Skills with Readings, This chapter is about introduction, the different patterns of introduction, and you have the usual language corner exercises, the semicolon, an introduction to semicolon, and exercises on the semicolon and the comma. You did the comma the week before. You will have the self-assessment again, the self-assessment that you do on your own about articles and the semicolon. Is a wonderful way to practice because nothing at stake here. You're not. This is not graded, so this is just for you to see if you can handle the topic uneventfully. And you have the instructions to the third writing assignment. You have it all here in your contents. Let's take a look at the learning object quickly. As I said, this is all about genres in academic writing, and I'm giving you here an introduction to the topic, and I'm using the article that you already read for the second participation forum. Everyone's a Journalist by Jennifer Brannock Cox, and I use this as an example of the blurring of genres today in writing. I'm also making a brief reference to the most common genres that we use in college writing: the narrative, the expository, the analytical, the argumentative. There are more, and I'm giving you here a working definition of what genres are. And since we are paying special attention to the analytical essay this week, I'm suggesting that you read the other sections that we already studied, the narrative and the expository, briefly, and focus your attention on analytical writing. And for the analytical essay, I gave you the resource that I already referred to. In this resource, I'm giving you the definition of what I consider to be a rhetorical analysis. Why do we perform rhetorical analysis? Also, a definition. The term analysis means an evaluative and well-reasoned observation of a specific idea or object. In this case, we are performing a rhetorical analysis of an article from an online magazine, and so your job is to observe, find meaning, and report. So this is what I call informative observation. Right now, you are evaluating the text. Your job is to see if the text that you read is effective, if the author did a good job of presenting information, or if you found some sort of manipulation. So your job is to read discerningly with a keen eye, and that's why I'm giving you a number of suggestions of the things you should do in order to perform a rhetorical analysis. In one of the sections, I'm giving you some examples, professional examples, and also, as I said, a student essay from last module that I consider to be a good essay. I begin from an assumption that there is not a surefire formula to perform a rhetorical analysis. That's why I refer to it like the poor cousin, the one that is not dealt with commonly, the rhetorical analysis. So I'm separating two levels, the content level and the form level. We usually go to the word, we usually go to the information that an article provides, and we seldom analyze the validity of the information that we find, or if we take for granted that what we read is correct, and we seldom take a look at the tools that the author has used to convey information and sometimes to manipulate us. So that's why I separate like the two levels, what the text says and how the text says what presents the information. So I'm in the contents level, which is the first level. I refer to the typical what, where, when, who of the text, the information presented. And the form level, I suggest that we should look at how is the text presenting information, the type of language used, if it's plain factual matter of fact information, or if there are stylistic devices, or the level of how elaborate the article may be. If you check in the video that I'm providing here in the module 2, I'm using Russell Baker's the processing process as an example of a text that cannot be read at the contents level. You have to go to the form, the type of complex language that the author has used, the imagery, the metaphors. So the text can't be read just looking for information as presented by the word, but you have to go to a deeper level, a level that I would call the topological level, the images that the author uses in order to really understand the text. Here, since I'm separating the two levels, the contents, the ideas, and the way the ideas are presented, you should consider paying special attention to the form level. The example that I chose from my student from last semester is a very good example. She does a wonderful job at separating both and coming to a conclusion after analyzing both. Now I want to finish my video with showing you what you will find in the resource by the name of Second Partial Test, class resource September 2019. Here you have an introduction to the process that I recommend that you should follow when writing this third essay, and also make reference to the pre-writing techniques, and I give you a couple of recommendations. And in the second part, I'm giving you a detailed explanation of what you will find in the second partial test that will open on Saturday and Sunday. As I said, this is a hands-on test. You're going to be writing your rhetorical analysis, but then I'm going to be analyzing the introduction that you write for that essay as the second partial test. I dubbed the test the making of an introduction, because you're going to tell me on Saturday and Sunday, after you have written the essay, you have to give me a separate reflection about the process that you follow for writing that introduction, what techniques you used. You have to explain to me what you did in that introduction. So the test will have two parts. One that I will read when I read your essay, the rhetorical analysis essay, and the second, the rationalization about the text, your reflections about why you wrote that introduction, why you chose to start with a particular hook, for example. And so you have all this information here in the resource by the name of Second Partial Test. As usual, I'm encouraging you not to put off doing your job, your work, until the end of the week. There is a lot to do this week, and as I said, it's the most important week for me. Good luck, and please don't hesitate to contact me if you need any further assistance.